Well, I hope I'm not the only guy that falls victim to random fits of inattention. I had a line here struck on the side of my limb to put in my string nock, and when I flipped it over, I went on the wrong side of that line, and I am now mismatched. And this is hardly a reason worth losing a bow over in my mind. I hate to give something up so easily. So I'm going to attempt to repair this. I've never actually done this before, but here we go. I'm going to give it a try. Took a piece of walnut. Let's see if I can get this here. I thought it was Ipe when I first grabbed it, but it's walnut. In any event, I kind of shaved it down from a regular square cutoff to a something of a pin, and I'm going to attempt to, it's a nice tight fit there. I'm going to try and epoxy that into the existing bad nock point. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. Glue it or epoxy it into the ill-placed nock and fashion a new one. So here we go, guys. I hate to lose this bow. Put a lot of effort into it up to this point, and so we can give this a shot, and I'll let you know how it turns out. Guys, I've never done anything like this before. Come close, never actually succeeded. It's even worse as I'm going to put it on YouTube for everybody to see. But in any event, I'm always apprehensive to give up on a bow over something trivial. And so here we go. I'm using EA40, guys, because it's just a very tried and true epoxy for me. One that I know is going to fill gaps and be very, very strong and can handle the rigors and strains of any kind of archery stuff or bow making requirements. And so here we go. Got this pin in. Did a little bit of shaping to it to try and get it, you know, to fill in all the gaps. But here's hopefully this is in the screen. There's the repair. I'll try and get a little bit. Looks like I need to massage a little bit extra in there. I want to make sure I fill all my gaps real well. The beautiful thing about EA40 is it will fill gaps and be just as strong, if not stronger, than its surrounding material. So, okay. Well, construction on this bow is now halted for at least 24 hours, probably longer, because I got to be at my real job tomorrow. So the real unfortunate part of this is that I lost the afternoon of work on this bow. I'm feeling confident with this particular repair because I know my tips are going to be far thinner than where they are right now. So this repair may not even be visible in the finished bow, number one. Number two, I'm going to put a overlay on the front side or on the back rather, and so we're not going to see much of that repair on the back side either. So I'm confident that in the course of production with this bow and in the end how the tip is going to be shaped and finished, that this is only going to be in place long enough for me to construct the bow, that truthfully when it's finished, this peg or this Dutchman, if you will, won't even be a part of the finished bow. So there's my repair for today. Hopefully, if you guys have ever put a nock in the wrong spot or even backwards, I've heard of guys doing that. I've fortunately never done that, but this is just as bad. Looks like this might be a repair option for us. I'll let you know how it turns out. Okay, guys, so here's the repair. Kind of filed it down. You can see a little bit of the epoxy filling in some of the gaps there, but it is in the coloration just a little off. But the repair seems to be sound. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my nock in the right position here, and I'm going to try and string it, and understand that once I get it strung, this is going to be the very first time this bow has been strung, so it's going to be pretty heavily strained in that regard. So let's see how it holds up, and hopefully I can call this a success and maybe help you guys rescue a bow that you've done. I would never presume anybody watching to make such a foolish mistake as I have, but in the event that you want to avoid explaining the premature demise of a future bow, this might help you in that effort. So here we go. Here's the repair after doing some initial tillering and really just getting it to brace height. So you can see that I have already pretty much gone beyond the depth of that particular repair. And in the course of constructing this, in the course of constructing this bow, I am likely going to go much thinner on this tip, almost to the point where this repair is going to be removed just in the course of thinning the tips, more than likely. And of course, putting on a tip overlay is going to eliminate any view of it from in front. So I'm going to really kind of call this a success. I'm going to string it up right quick so you guys can see that the bow is in fact able to handle, or the repair is able to handle the stringing. Of course, it's stringing at a very heavy weight right now because I'm very early on in the tillering process. So hang tight. I'm going to string it up and we'll get a look at that. Here we are strung up. You can see it's just sitting in there just like normal. If you can listen to the string here. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see if I can't be. I don't know if you can hear that. That's a pretty tightly strung string. So you can tell by the pitch of the twang on there. This is holding. This is a very tight fit. So we're talking a pretty high draw weight at the moment. I suspect somewhere, 65, 70 pounds for that twang on that string. So yeah, no signs of degradation or any problems. I mean, if that changes over time, I will certainly update the video, but I'm going to go ahead and post this as a successful repair and just finish out the bow. All right, guys. So a very absent-minded type of mistake that managed to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here in terms of a bad string nock being fashioned into the edge of the bow in the wrong spot. So guys, feel free to like and comment. I appreciate any feedback that you want to give, and thank you for watching my channel, you guys. I appreciate spending time with you and helping in any way that I can. If I can help you guys salvage a bow or successfully make a bow, that's really why I do this. So guys, I will talk to you next time. Hopefully I got something more exciting to share than just a woeful screw up on a bow.